The number one question, hands down, that I get more than anything else is, how do I get clients in my practice? How do I market my practice? How do I gain traction in my practice, right? So for those of you watching, if you want the answer to that question, I want you to listen up, okay? Because this is something that I've learned of being a business owner for the past 6 years. And by the way, guys, when I say that, I am not saying by any means that I know it all. I've been a business owner for about 6.5 years. I'd say I need to get to at least 20 years before I can ever say that I've figured a lot of the things out. Like, business is very challenging, but all I can do is just speak from the heart and tell you guys what I've learned so far and the challenges that I've had as a business owner. So one of the main questions that I get on a regular basis is, how do I get more clients? How do I market my practice? How do I gain traction in my practice? And I'm going to answer that right now. And so you guys saw the caption of this live. When it's not about you, business gets more simple. And that's what I'm going to talk about this morning, is when it's not about you, business gets more simple. So I'll tell you guys the mistake that I made early on in business. The mistake that I made early on in business was all of my marketing, everything that I did, honestly, in a way, was about me. I could do it better. I gave one-on-one sessions. I could heal people better. Blah, 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 blah. All the stuff that literally every doctor on the planet is used to hearing when a physical therapist typically comes in their office to talk about their practice. All of that stuff. And I'm here to tell you this morning that a lot of that is a mistake. So in business, usually the first thing that we do is it is focused on us. Honestly, right? We've got to make a living for our families. I know that we all have good, noble intentions with our businesses, but we've got to make a living for our families. And typically when you're first growing a business, you are focused on your needs. But I've noticed something incredible in business that I want to help you guys all out with is, when you grow a business and you're finally on top of that mountain and your needs are met, your cup is truly full. I feel like that's the beginning of a true business owner. And why I say that is because when you finally get there, you can finally stand on top of that mountain and say, okay, my family's needs are met. Now what do I need to do? And that's when you start to realize as a business owner that it's not about you. It's not about you whatsoever. And when you keep it about you, you're actually minimizing the amount of people that you can help. People are less attracted to businesses that are all about them and more attracted to businesses that are all about them, the customer. When it's about the company, when it's about the owners of the company, people feel that. But when it is all about the people that are served by the company, that's what people are attracted to. So when you start to think about your website, your marketing, and everything that you're doing, is it portraying how great you are? Or is it portraying how great you can make someone else? You tracking with me? Let me know if you're watching live below. Is your website, is your marketing, is everything that you're doing, is it portraying how great you are? Or is it portraying how great you can make someone else? And my message to you this morning is that life gets more simple. Business gets more simple when you focus on the latter. How can you make life better for someone else? When we focus on that, our marketing grabs somebody by the heart, grabs somebody by the emotions, brings them in and says, hey, this is the right thing for you to do. But marketing that's all focused on you and your staff and all of the people, that's the type of marketing that honestly doesn't attract people. But we all do it. I did it. I still make this mistake on a regular basis. So I'm not saying that I'm perfect with this by any means, but I think that is a golden key that is not talked about frequently enough in the circles of business. And that's why I'm talking about it, is when you focus on your customers and the greatness that you can do in their lives and what you can actually do for them, that's when you attract more people. And so this is a mindset to wrap all of ourselves around starting this Monday morning and moving into a brand new year, is understanding that in business, literally business, the whole point of business, Joe, what's up? Good to see you. The whole point of business is serving other people. That's the whole point. And so when we take this pressure off of ourselves to constantly feel like we've got to look great and we've got to come across in the right way. Guys, when I was a new business coach, I'm just going to be brutally honest with you guys. I am 34 now. When I started business coaching, I was 30. I thought I had to look a certain way. I thought I had to talk a certain way. I thought that I needed to represent myself in a certain way, in a way that I just thought a business coach needed to. But once I started to not care about those things and start to understand, like, dude, Josh, it's not about you. It's about them. That's when business started to get more simple. That's when business started to take off. I've owned 3 businesses up to this point over the last 6 years. Every single one of them has started to take off substantially when this one point is met, when this one point is accepted and moved forward with, that it's not, business is never about you. Yes, you have needs, and I am acknowledging that fully. All of us have needs. But in order to accelerate in business, in order to gain the traction that you're looking for, you need to first understand that it's not about you, and it has everything to do with the people that you are serving. When you connect with the people that you are serving and you show them that it's all about them, it's all about getting them better, that's when you can have tremendous success. This even comes down to an evaluation. Like, let's talk about evaluations, guys. I'm a physical therapist. We've got speech therapists, occupational therapists in this group. When you're in an evaluation, how many of you made the same mistake as me? Early on, when I wasn't mature as a therapist, I'm still not fully mature as a therapist, but early on, what did I do? I tried to talk to that patient and tell them all the greatness that I thought could spew from my mouth, right? Let me get this person to buy in by the words that I'm putting out of my mouth. Let me just try to sound incredibly smart, and then that person will get bought in. But what I realize now, I'm mainly a coach. I really don't practice physical therapy anymore. But what I realize now is spend that evaluation learning about that person, asking questions about that person, digging deeper into that person. And that is the number one thing that you're going to be able to do to get buy-in from that person, is actually spend your time listening to them, being slow to speak, quick to listen when you're with them, and digging deeper while you're with them. If you can get somebody to be targeted emotionally when you're speaking to them, they're going to be more bought into your treatment. Not all of us spewing our greatness and all of the great things we can do with our hands. Honestly, guys, that gets me super fired up. Like, why do we do that? Why? It's such arrogance, but we all do it, including myself. Like, why do we do that as PTs? Why do we do that as OTs? We're plenty smart. Let's just own that and own it. All of us are badasses. Joe, you're a badass. All of us are badasses. Let's just own that. But when we're with other people, when we're operating as a business owner, as a CEO, it's all about them. When you're in an evaluation, it's all about the person in front of you. It has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Yes, you can help them, and you're going to get your chance to be able to show them that you can help them. But the best thing that we can all do is listen and think about the needs of other people in business. I'm telling you guys, when you get this, when you truly get this, when you truly own this, it will catapult you to levels of success that you've never seen. I am not even joking you. Because so many people are stuck into what's in it for me. How can I get the most amount of marketing potential with doing the least? How do I not connect with people but still get people in the door? How do I not mix it up in my community but still get people in the door and still get paid lots of money? The reality is business is always going to stay the same no matter how much social media, no matter how much all of this stuff takes off. We have to be willing to do whatever it takes to connect with the people that we honestly want to be able to help, that we want to be able to love, serve, and care, and lead. We've got to be able to focus on that, and when that becomes your sole focus, business becomes more simple, and marketing becomes more simple.